Hey everybody, this is Leanna from Making Memories with Leanna Marr. And today I'm here at my art studio and wanted to talk a little bit about travel albums. Since we are all here stuck at home and not able to travel, I've been having fun reliving some of my trips by scrapbooking them or by looking at old albums from trips that I've taken in the past. Today I thought I would share a Fast2Fab, a Creative Memories Fast2Fab album that I did for a trip to Portugal. So let me just switch the camera view here so you can see what I'm doing. So I have here an album, and as you see, this is my Portugal album, and I took the trip in 2016. These are the really fantastic customized spines that you can do with Creative Memories. So makes it really helpful if you can name each of your albums. So when you want to find your Portugal album, you can see it on the shelf and pull it down right away. This album cover is no longer available. Creative Memories actually currently has this really beautiful Black Forest album with a map of the world that's great for travel albums. And for me, this one I'm doing a Where in the World is Leanna album, doing a page for each of the countries I've traveled to. So that's quite fun. But I bought several of these albums because I thought it would work really for traveler trips any place. But I'm going to share with you today my album. Let me just get this off to the side to Portugal. So let's travel. Here we go. So this is a Fast2Fab album. And what does that mean? So Creative Memories offers different types of albums or pages for their albums. So you can get blank white pages that you can work directly on the page. You can get pocket pages where you slide your photos in, or you can get these Fast2Fab albums, which are truly fast and fabulous. I have actually just some empty pages here to show you. So this is actually the current Christmas spirit Fast2Fab. So you'll see it's the scrapbook pages, has the great jeeping, and then the staples that allow you to put these into any of the Creative Memories 12 by 12 albums. So the beautiful thing about this is that they're pre-printed with a design. So all you literally have to do is tape your photos down, or you can add other decorations, stickers, and other things, or just tape your photos down. It's very fast and quick. So as you see, these are just a number of coordinated pages, just a really gorgeous design on this with the sheet music. So again, they're fast and fabulous. They also save money, not just time, because you don't have to buy all of the papers separately, the designer papers. So, and these Fast2Fab pages are the same price as the white pages. So those are really quite great. Let me set those off to this side. And here we go, looking at my Fast2Fab from Portugal. So all of this background, this stripe, all of this, even this matting was pre-printed on the page. So all I did was use my Creative Memories tape runner to tape this picture down, which actually I stole from my Facebook page. And then I had a little bit of coordinating memorabilia that went along with and matches perfectly with the pages, and just tape those down with my tape runner. And then over here, I always like to do a little something on my cover. So this is Lisbon, Portugal, September 2017. And then here actually is a panoramic photo that I took. So I printed that out and just stuck it in. It's a panorama of Lisbon. So off we go. So again, all you see on the background was pre-printed. So I just taped down, this is another panoramic photo, which fit perfectly. And then I could have just left it there because it would look great with the borders. I like to add a little extra decoration. So I use these large white letters. And then again, this is memorabilia that I got from Creative Memories that just matches perfectly with the album. So you can buy things in different collections. So for example, those Christmas spirit pages I showed you earlier, you could get the Fast2Fab pages, you can get coordinating paper or stickers. embellishments, laser cut borders, all sorts of things which you can use to decorate the page. And again, it just depends on how much time and creativity you want to put into it. So on this page, this is my husband, Richard, and I. And again, everything was pre-printed here. Literally, this page took 2 minutes. I taped down these two pictures, which I had printed out with a white border on it. And then I just added these 3 gems to give it a little pizzazz and a little texture on the page. Again, these mats, everything was pre-printed. So I just used my tape runner to lay down these 4 photos. And then this again was an embellishment, a sticker. This was another embellishment. I cut it in half to make it, the page kind of flow from one to the other. So I taped half the bike here, half the bike here. And then this border, I actually used the Creative Memories border maker system and cut out the border and then just added the stickers in it to say street scene. So again, the embellishments were quick and easy, but you don't even need to do those. Other things that I like to include in my travel albums. So this is a picture of my husband. Our friend Kim met us in Lisbon, so that was quite fun. I put a little journaling in here, just noting that Kim is a wonderful longtime friend and fellow Foreign Service officer. She met us in Lisbon for the weekend, and she flew in from the United Arab Emirates. Kim and I first met in Guinea in the late 90s during our Peace Corps days. So, just some nice little information, gives it interest, and really tells your story and personalizes your album. So for me, the journaling is some of the most important things, the most important part of your album. For this picture, I used the Creative Memories custom cutting system. So there's one shape that's like a heart, one template. So I cut out a mat, and then I used a slightly larger blade to cut out the photo, and I get this perfect matting around it. I just love that creative cutting system. Another thing that I really love to do in my travel albums is to add pages from my guidebook. So, I used to have the physical hard copy of the book I would carry around, and when I got back, I would cut up the book to have really detailed descriptions of the places we went. Now I often use online travel books, so I'll get them on my Kindle. But with this, I was able to kind of screenshot and cut and paste out. This was a walking tour itinerary we got out of our guidebook from the Lonely Planet guide. So I stuck that in there. So again, just use my tape runner to tape that down after I printed it. And then I taped down some photos. And these photos, I printed smaller sizes. So I have a printer that will allow me to print half-size photos or quarter-size photos, and they make nice little embellishments. And on this page, actually, these are postcards that I got. So I just taped those postcards in. And I love this effect here. Again, these are pre-printed on the page. It looks like I've actually used corners, but that was the matting pre-printed on the page. Another little cutout from the guidebook that I had online. And then occasionally, if I have a really spectacular photo, which, I try to take spectacular photos, it doesn't always happen, but I just loved this photo and the filter that I applied to it, which I did apply to get this kind of pink and green effect. And this is one of the antique elevators that they have in Lisbon, which are just stunning. I believe it was designed by the same person that designed the Eiffel Tower. So with that, I thought the photo was so stunning that I printed it on 8.5 by 11 photo paper so I could just give it the full page treatment, really focus on that. And then next to it did some pictures of the steps. Oh my gosh, Lisbon is so hilly. And then I used actually some letter stickers just to write the ups and downs of Lisbon and did that really in that kind of wavy fashion to mimic the hills. And again, this is just another little cut out from a guidebook. And this was just memorabilia that I had a ticket admit one. So I thought that went nicely there. But really, again, matted this picture, taped it down, printed, cut that out, taped it, piece of memorabilia, taped it down. It's a 10-minute page that you can do, and it just looks gorgeous. So here's just some more fun stuff. And here, again, I printed these smaller size photos and then cut them out as squares and put them a little matting, the orange, which I tried to match with the orange of the rooftop and just really making those details from the buildings and the architecture pop out. Oh, this is making me want to travel some more. And again, all of this was pre-printed. And then I just here added matte using cardstock. So I cut the matte out just slightly bigger than the photo. And I chose yellow to kind of coordinate with the yellow in the photo here. And then this photo, I didn't matte on this side. I just taped those down, but I feel like it really helps to make your pages pop. But again, I didn't need to take the time to cut out these mattes. I could have just taped down, and I think this looks as beautiful. So you have lots of options. Simple, more decorative, whatever you'd like to do. These are pictures of our hotel. And again, I like to print out these little things from Facebook. So my little Facebook thing said Leanna Lynn was feeling lucky at As Janales Verdes Heritage Hotel with a little note, this hotel is amazing, and the date. So it says September 1st, 2016, and September 1st was my birthday. So we were celebrating in high style at this lovely little hotel. And again, here I just printed, the quarter size pictures. Essentially what I'm doing is printing 4 photos on one 4x6 piece of photo paper. And then I trim those down. I use my Creative Memories corner rounder to have that effect, but it just makes for a nice little and quick border. So again, use my border maker with the film strip and added some letters. I had some yellow letters that matched with the yellow cardstock. Just lots of little fun photos from around Lisbon. And this actually was a really great dinner that we had. And so I had the coordinating matte pack. So the matte pack that went with this series, a collection of paper, and that had this Eat Well, Travel Often matte. I thought that seemed like just a perfect thing for this page. And this was my birthday, so happy 53rd. And then we have lots of pictures from the restaurant. I took a picture of the menu outside of the restaurant. I often steal menus from restaurants as I'm leaving and include those in my books or scan them so I can have them. So I love doing food pages. Maybe I should have been a food critic. And again, just more little cutouts from the guide, pictures of us. This is actually something I frequently do. My husband loves to sketch. He's a sketch artist. So whenever I'm traveling and touring and walking and I realize he's disappeared, I have to turn around and trace back my steps because that usually means he stopped to sketch something. So here's the photo of the Cristo del Lisbon, and this is my husband's sketch, and I usually will scan it, sketch and print it out to make sure that's included. I always love to have little coins and money also using the Creative Memories memorabilia pockets, and these open up so you can take things out to look at both sides. So that's a nice little touch too. Well, more food, food pictures. This is the timeout market. Again, a little bit of journaling. When I'm cutting out and putting things in for my guidebook, I tend to do less journaling about the places and more journaling just about how we were feeling or how we were doing. So it just said here, Portugal is well known for its pork products. And we were living in Morocco and Kim was living in the United Arab Emirates. Both were Muslim countries, so it's very hard to find pork. You often can't get it. So I just noted that Kim, Richard, and I were all totally pork deprived. We lost no time in making up for our deprivation. This pork sandwich was a favorite, one of many. So just, a little bit of fun journaling to really remember what you were doing, how you were feeling, and why you were doing what you were doing. Oh, this was great, the Tour de Bellum. And again, I did matte these on the blue, kind of matching with the sky and the water. And then this was another embellishment I had that I just taped down on top and then used some sticker letters. But you could have not had any of that and it would still be a perfectly beautiful page. I have to say, when I have landscape photos that have a big piece of sky or a big piece of sea, I do like sometimes to use it, put sticker letters on to do titles on there. I think that's just a really fun thing to do. Tour de Bellum, really spectacular. If you're ever in Portugal, you should definitely visit that. And again, more postcards here, and these are actually pictures that we had taken. So just some street scenes, and I kind of coordinated these pictures around the color pink and used the pink matting. There were just a few random kind of pictures we'd taken around the streets. So I thought they looked nice together on this page. And then my husband noted on his Facebook page, to the Portuguese, every purchase is beautiful gift worthy of a decorated bag. And this was actually one of the bags that we had. So just a little more sightseeing, old churches. This is another actually land or I forgot what they're called, the landscape picture. And it was really beautiful tile. I wanted to capture it. I do love being able to print out these really long photos, really get a sense of the scenery. And then here I just, at the very end of the book, tucked in top loading pocket page so I could just put in some of these brochures that didn't really fit on my page, but it would keep those safe with my album. And then I also tucked in here a printout we had found in the New York Times, a 36 hours in Lisbon guide that we used. We did a lot of that. So I just tucked our printout in here to have that. And then again, on the back of my album, printed this really gorgeous picture and put it right on the back of the album. So that was my trip to Portugal. I want to thank you for traveling along with me, and I hope this gave you some really great ideas for your own travel scrapbooks. So thanks so much and have a wonderful day.